Hey everyone, today I have for you a quick and fairly simple New Year's makeup tutorial. So if you like this look, then please keep watching. First, I'm using BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trio to fill in my brows. I'm following the natural shape of my brows, then brushing the powder through in order to make sure there aren't any clumps. We don't want our brows going wild on New Year's, so we're just going to set the hairs down with Anastasia's Clear Brow Gel. For my eye base, I'm using Aurora Cosmetics Jumbo Eyeliner Stick in Milk. Now this is waterproof, so it is a little harder to blend out, but it is great for long wear situation. We're going with a frosty cool tone look, so I grabbed Too Faced New Chocolate Chip Palette. First things first, we're setting our base with the shadow Glaze. For our crease, we're using Guilt Free. These shadows aren't the most pigmented if I'm being honest, so they need a little extra time to build up. Our all over the lid shade is Pearl Candy. I spritz the shadow on my brush in order to intensify the pigment. You want a nice frosty look. And then, as I said before, they're a little harder to build up, so I just wanted to add a little more definition to the crease and added some more Guilt Free. Then of course, as expected, we're going to blend. When blending, you don't want to use a ton of pressure. We don't want to blend away too much of what we've already put down because then it'd be pointless. Now we're just going to add a little more sparkle with Indulge. This adds a hint more of definition without being too over the top. We're not doing anything too overly complicated with this New Year's look. And we're just going to tie the shadows together by highlighting the brow bone with Glaze. With my favorite liquid eyeliner, we're going to make a small wing. I like to line my upper lash line before tackling the wing. We're going to make a small line out towards the tip of the brow and then back down with a teeny tiny slant. In order to make this a bit more festive, I decided to line the wing with some silver eyeliner. Now, if you'd like, you can also create the same effect by making a bigger wing in silver and then placing a smaller black wing over the silver. Both ways will work and give you a similar result. Here I'm just touching up the black liner, and it's always okay to adjust as you go. It's never going to be perfect the first time. You guys will see me use this Dr. Jart product a lot. It's just so good at reducing redness. Sometimes if I place a bit too much, I'll just blend it out with a damp beauty blender. To go along with our frosty New Year's look, I feel like I'm going to say that word a lot, frosty. I'm priming my skin with Elcie Cosmetics Pearl Radiance Primer. We want this glow to peek through underneath our foundation. The foundation I chose was Shiseido Syncro Skin Liquid Foundation. Kind of a mouthful. I find that it gives good coverage and it's a pretty natural finish. To apply, I'm using an oval face brush and then getting rid of any unwanted streaks with my beauty blender. Since a lot of us will be staying up late on New Year's, we don't want our dark circles to look any worse than they already are. I'm brightening my under eyes with some Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Corrector. The stuff goes on really smooth. To further cover and correct, I'm using Makeup Forever's Ultra HD Concealer. This one comes in a squeeze tube, so I find it easier to place two small lines and then use a beauty blender to blend it out from there. This powder is like magic. Honestly, it's so silky and it truly makes my pores look so smooth. We're lining the waterline with a light nude in order to create a more wide awake eye appearance. Again, we don't want to look sleepy on New Year's. Now we're jumping into the shadow called Black Sugar. We want to connect the wing to the lower lash line and blend it toward the inner corner, but not all the way. With the silver liner, we're swiftly going to add some shine to the inner corners and touch up the outer corners. Again, we want everything to be connected. finish off the eyes, we're quickly patting on a bit more glaze. For bronzer, I chose It Cosmetics CC Radiance Ombre Bronzer, another long name. I wanted something with a little bit of sparkle. This bronzer doesn't have chunky sparkles, but it certainly is radiant as the name implies. I mixed the two lighter shades within the ombre. The last shade's a little too dark for me. Here's a very quick nose contour. For blush, I used Nars' somewhat new Unfiltered 2, I believe, cheek palette. I went into the shade Hot Sand and then topped it with Conquest. I think this palette works well for lighter skin tones, but may not show up on deeper skin tones. To highlight, we're using Jeffree Star's Skinfrost highlighter and Ice Cold. I couldn't think of a highlight more perfect to go with this. Cool tone and sparkly, I'm all over it. And then before applying mascara, so we don't make a mess, which sometimes I do if I forget, I'm setting everything in place with Hard Candy's Fast and Fabulous Setting Spray. I got a mini size of this mascara in an Elcie bag, I believe. Look at that brush wand. I mean, seriously, it's freaking huge. We're going to finish everything off with a nice creamy lipstick. I mean, who doesn't want to get a little red lipstick on their midnight kiss? Come on. I'm using Makeup Forever's Artist Rouge Cream Lipstick in C405. Since I didn't use a lip liner, I needed to touch up the edges with a brush. I couldn't find my darn lip brush at the time, so I grabbed another tiny brush from BH. Thank you guys so much for watching and enjoy your New Year's.